Good afternoon. You are now watching English News at 2. Keep watching. Bushfires were burning dangerously out of control on Australia's east coast earlier today, fueled by soaring temperatures and strong winds. More than 130 fires were burning in New South Wales earlier today, and in Victoria, there were evacuation recommendations for 6 fires, 11 emergency warnings, and dozens more still burning. According to the authorities, conditions could be worse than New Year's Eve on Tuesday, when fires burned massive tracts of bushland and forced thousands of residents and summer holidaymakers to seek refuge on beaches. The government has announced an unprecedented call-up of Army reservists to support firefighters as well as other resources, including a third Navy ship equipped for disaster and humanitarian relief. Battling the bushfires emergency at home, Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison cancelled his official trips to India and Japan that were scheduled for the second half of January. Morrison earlier today said he had spoken to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Japan's ambassador to Australia, Reichiro Takahashi, seeking to reschedule the meetings so he could tackle the country's growing fire crisis. Morrison had been set to leave for India on January 12, followed by a trip to Japan with talks due to focus defense, intelligence and security and trade issues. Meanwhile, pillars of fire and smoke from bushfires are tarnishing Australia's reputation for pristine vistas abounding in wildlife and wreaking havoc on tourism as authorities are forced to cancel concerts, close parks and evacuate towns. Bushfires burning for weeks near the World Heritage Site of the Blue Mountains west of Sydney in the southeastern state of New South Wales have driven away tourists. Chief economist at AMP Capital, Shane Oliver, said the images of fires on television and social media have put a dent in Australia's reputation as a safe tourist destination. While Stacey Reynolds, a receptionist at the Blue Mountains Backpacker Hostel in Katoomba, said visitors take to social media to warn others to steer clear, which has affected everything from restaurants to motels to backpackers to cafes. And that is all for now. Stay tuned to more news on TV Sarawak anytime, anywhere.